So today we're going to go ahead and finish the rice bowl because we wanted the chicken to at least marinate overnight. So the first thing I'm going to do, of course, is make the rice, because you'll always want to make the rice first before starting any other part of the recipe, because rice can take somewhere between 40 to 50 minutes depending on what kind of rice that you're using. Today I'm just using regular white basmati rice, but I usually like to use brown basmati rice. So right here is my rice cooker, and it's something that I use a lot. It's very convenient. It has different settings. I can use it for white rice, sushi, brown rice, and even multi-grains, which I love to do, like Korean multi-grain rice. So today we're going to use it to make the spiced basmati rice, and I'm going to go ahead and use this spice blend that I have, that I created specifically for this type of rice. I usually love to do it with brown basmati rice mixed with quinoa, but today we're just gonna do straight up white basmati rice, and then with the spice, we'll see the difference. You can go on my website because I have different ways that I've done it on there, so you can check it out. So let's go ahead and get started. This is my favorite rice cooker so far. I love it. It's been very precise, and I've been seeing it a lot. And then I heard a lot of recommendations for it, so I finally had the chance to invest in one. So you can check it out. I believe it is called a Zoshi Rushi. Zoshi Rushi. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, let me know. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started anyway, because I want to get all of this stuff done at least under 30 minutes. So let's do this. So the first thing I'm going to do, especially when you're using a rice cooker, there's a little canister that's in there that we're going to put the rice in. You can take it out. Makes it easy for you to wash. I love to use this. My mother actually got this for me to wash rice. So let me get the basmati rice that we're using. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I do. All right, so the canister, I'm just going to put it back because I just wanted to show you. But first, we're going to wash the rice. So the cool thing is that anytime that you buy a rice cooker, which I've done in the past, and this is why I love this one, because it's more reliable, that it comes with a little measuring cup, and I always end up keeping it to measure out the rice quickly. And I have so many different types of rice, so it was nice just to have it so I can just leave it in there. So I'm going to do 1 cup basmati rice, and I'm going to go ahead and rinse it. So I just basically fill it up, move it around, massage the rice, trying to get as much starch off, and I rinse. There's actually a certain technique to washing and the way that you use basmati rice. So I suggest that you look that up first before you try the way I do it. This is the way I do it at home. So I'm going to wash it 3 times. This helps keep the rice fluffy by removing the starch. Some people will wash the rice, or should I say rinse the rice. Some people will rinse the rice until the liquid is clear, but I'll just do it only 3 times. And the thing I like about this is that it has a little draining part right here, and I can just keep the rice in there, and I'm done, instead of losing the grains, because the holes are very small enough so I don't lose the grains in there. So now I'm going to grab my canister, and then we're going to go ahead and season the rice. All right, so now I got my canister. I'm going to put all the rice in there. I'm just going to use my hand. You can use a rice paddle. Usually a lot of rice cookers will come with a rice paddle, so you can use that. So I try to put all the rice in there as much as possible. And then at this point is when I add my salt. I love using a salt cellar. It keeps the salt fresh, of course. When I say fresh, I mean it keeps the moisture out because of the wood. And I always have like this little half teaspoon, because it's exact measurement that I need, ratio, when it comes to using salt in a lot of my dishes and also in rice. So I've added the salt in there because a lot of my spice blend doesn't have salt in it. So for me, I just usually cover the top lightly instead of just measuring out. But on my recipe, I did measure out specific spices for the dish. And I love this because you don't have to use a lot. And this is like, there's nothing but pure spice in here, so you got to get used to like shaking it up and stuff. So that's how it looks. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill it up to the long grain rice part right here, because we have one that's white rice, but I believe that's more for like medium rice. So I'm going to do long grain rice and fill it up to 1, because that's what I have in here. Fill it up with cold water like I did here. And then now I'm going to add it to my rice cooker. And the menu's right here. So I look for a menu and see where I want it. It says white rice here, long grain rice. So let's move it down to long grain rice. See, I almost forgot. I forgot because I usually just do white rice. So let's go ahead and mix it with the paddle to make sure that all the rice turns yellow because there's turmeric in the spice mix. So I went ahead and put it on long grain rice, and I'm going to hit start. Okay, so now the rice is already started. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to something else. So when it comes to doing multiple ingredients in a recipe, just like this rice bowl, you want to organize it in a way by the timing it takes to prep something. So for the rice will take the longest. All right, so let's go ahead and open. I still don't know what this means. If somebody can tell me what that means, it looked like an OH. Does that mean O for open? I don't know. Okay, so let's check this rice out. Fluffy. So right away, I'm gonna fluff the rice. Smells really good. As you can see, I added less spice. You can add a lot, a little. In some of my recipes, you'll see that it has more turmeric. And this one, I just wanted to keep it light because we're the main thing is gonna be the chicken. So let me taste this. Very good. So in the spice basmati seasoning, it's basically all like simple things. You got onion powder, cinnamon, turmeric, paprika, garlic, cumin, parsley. You got cardamom, cloves, lemon, chilies, black pepper, and it's really good. So I have the directions there, and just to add 1 tablespoon to 1 cup of rice.